All right, but we're getting into it. Know your Mountaineers. That's what this is all about right now. We want to know your Mountaineers. Everybody's excited about what's coming. Camp has already started. So what do we have in the way of tight ends? Jeremy, who is going to be the starter?
We see Trevon Wesco right now penciled in. And we know him, like I said, he's a Mountaineer. He's a Mountaineer in-state boy, 304. But they say he's in the best shape of his life, and he's he's a blocking tight end. But he has a lot of people behind him. There's a lot of talent behind him. So it's great that he's in the best shape. But let's see if he can get it done, and we know he can.
The other thing is he's a redshirt senior, which means he knows this offense. He got to play last year. He's got a connection with Will, so he's going to be ready to go. Not only with talent, but with senior leadership. But behind him is Jovani Haskins, a redshirt sophomore transfer from Miami.
So excited.
Big dude, 6'4", 245 pounds, and can run. The only question is, how much of the offense has he learned in his time in Morgantown? Because right now he's behind Wesco, which for me is a surprise. I thought he would have won the job by now. So far, he has not.
And here's the thing. If you're wondering who Jovani Haskins is, number 84, think of any of the tight ends you draft for fantasy football that you love that are explosive. Antonio Gates back in the day, Tony Gonzalez, any of those tight ends who can stretch the field. And that's who Jovani Haskins is. He's a big-time talent and that people are really excited about in Morgantown.
We also have Michael Laughlin, a big-time recruit that we got that signed this year.
Yes.
TJ Banks as well, an athletic tight end. Both of those guys are expected to redshirt because we have so many options. We also have, depending on how they use this position, now we're talking about tight ends, but West Virginia traditionally or recently has been using tight ends interchangeably with fullback position. So if you look at it, the guys we have backing them up is Elijah Drummond, he's a redshirt sophomore, and Logan Timmons, who's also a redshirt sophomore, who used to play linebacker. So those guys can get in the mix depending on what we're going to do with that position. If West Virginia fans get what they want, you're not going to see those guys very often. The other, WV Nation pointed this out in an article they wrote about the tight ends. They talk about a wild card, a guy named Jesse Beal. He's a freshman, but he's 27 years old. Spent 10 years playing minor league baseball after he was drafted by the Orioles. So at 6'6", 270 pounds, he might be a guy to keep your eye on.
Big dude.
But there you go. There are the tight ends and possible fullbacks for the Mountaineers.
And let's not forget O'Loughlin's number 87. If he comes on the field, that's O'Loughlin. Timmons, he talked about at fullback. He's number 42. And Elijah Drummond, once again, a West Virginia boy. He's number 41.
That's right. So if you're looking for those guys, those are their numbers. That's what they look like. Those are your tight ends.
On to the stable.
Get to the stable of running backs. Last year, we were loaded. We had Justin Crawford, a returning 1,000-yard rusher, went for 1,000 yards again. Big 12, newcomer of the year, his first season with West Virginia. He's gone. He is now turning heads in Atlanta as a running back. So who backs him up? Who replaces him? Kennedy McCoy, a guy who was already playing plenty of snaps last year. Very important run against Iowa State to solidify a win. Kennedy McCoy has now changed his number to 6.
There you go. He's number 6.
He's a smart, versatile running back, a guy who can catch the ball out of the backfield, allows you to do multiple things in your sets because he doesn't have to come in or go out based on the package because he can run and or catch. Also,
let's see what he does when he's the man. You're no longer a backup. You are the man this year. Let's see what he does. Number 6.
Well, Kennedy's talked about that, and the coaches have talked about it. Will's talked about it. Nobody's the man yet. That's the most interesting thing about this room. That's one of the things I like. But Kennedy McCoy said their goal is to be the best unit on the team. They're all rooting for each other. They're all supporting each other. So you've got a junior in Kennedy McCoy. You got a junior in number 32, Martell Pettaway. Very different backs. Martell is that boulder, downhill, run through you, get you yards on third down, get you yards on the goal line type of running back.
Strong,
Then you've got a guy named Alec Sinkfield, who was fighting for time last year. They thought he might play because of how good he was. Dana Holgerson said that he's the twitchiest player he's ever had in Morgantown. Now, I can tell you up front, that's a lie, because there was it's a lie. I don't normally call Dana Holgerson a liar, but
but we understand what he was trying to do. We understand what he was trying to do.
Tavon Austin is the twitchiest player to ever play for Dana Holgerson anywhere. That said, Alec Sinkfield is a one-cut-and-go guy. He's the home run hitter. We have not had a home run hitter at running back since Tavon lined up at running back. So to have Alec Sinkfield in that mix, that's a big deal.
And he's number 20. That's the thing. He's taking over Zaraway's old number 20 in the backfield. If we see him out there, which we probably will, like I said, he's twitchy, he's explosive. You see him run on the field, number 20.
212-pound true freshman Leddie Brown is the next guy.
Big get.
He's the
Big get.
Big get. We were in a fight with Florida towards the end. We were in a fight with North Carolina. A lot of people worried, but we ended up getting basically the next Wendell Smallwood, if you ask so many different people. He's a tough guy that David Sills played with in high school and will tell you about seeing him play and the way that as a freshman in high school would run over people like a grown man. Leddie Brown is a grown man who may push for some playing time, even with a loaded backfield the way that we have it now. It's really going to be interesting to see what comes out of it. Leddie Brown wearing number 4 for the old gold and blue this year at the running back position. And that sums it up. We got you your tight ends. We got you the fullbacks. We got you the running backs. We got you their numbers and their pictures. Now you know your Mountaineers.
Raspy voice!
Thank you for watching the Hail West Virginia podcast with the Raspy Voice Kids. We want to thank Shrinkables for their partnership and their support. We want to thank Sandwich U, the king of the fat sandwich, located on 461 High Street in Morgantown. We also would like to thank Swill Dog, the makers of the finest hard cider in all of the world. And once again, as always, we thank Astorg Auto of Charleston for being who they are to us, but also to the great state of West Virginia. Thank you. Hail West Virginia.